for today's session is Google applications for education, in which I will discuss exclusively about Google Forms and Google Sheets. So I am just sharing my screen with you all. Uh, so is this visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Please.
sir. Go to full screen, please.
Yes, sir. So now the topic for today's talk is Google applications for education, forms and sheets. So what is Google? So as we know that Google is an American multinational company that specializes in internet related services and products, which include online advertising technologies, a search engine, cloud computing, software and hardware. It is considered one of the big five technology companies along with Amazon, Apple, Microsoft and Facebook. So Uh, Google is founded by Larry Page and Sergey Brin while they were the PhD student at Stanford University, California. So this is Larry Page, and the another one is the Sergey Brin. This is a photograph taken in 2003, and they have founded it in 1998. So Google.com is the most visited website in the world, and several other Google services also figure in top 100 most visited websites, including YouTube and Blogger. So this is Google is in the top, and some other services are there which are widely used by the public. So about the Google is second top valuable brand in 2020 and was the most valuable brand in the world as of 2017. Along with that, it also has received significant criticism involving issues such as piracy concerns, tax avoidance, antitrust censorship, and search neutrality. So now this is a data of 2020 in which Amazon is at on the top and the Google is on the second one. This is with the $160 billion worth. So this is the second top valuable brand worldwide. Uh, Here are some Google applications which are summarized and used widely for the educational purposes. The company's rapid growth since incorporation has triggered its products, acquisitions, and partnerships beyond Google's core search engine, that is the Google search. Along with that, there are some applications which streamline the process of sharing files between teachers and students, that is the Google Classroom. Application designed for work and productivity, that are Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Slides, and the application for email and for the communication, that is the Gmail, and the application for scheduling and time management, that is the Google Calendar. Some cloud storage applications are there, that is the Google Drive. Some instant messaging and chat applications are there, that is the Duo, Hangout, Meet, and some applications for language translation, that is the Google Translate is there. For mapping and navigation, Google Maps, Google Waze, Google Earth, Street View is there. For video sharing, YouTube is there. For note taking, Google Keep is there. And for photo organizing and editing, Google Photos is there. And there are so many applications there. There are about more than 100 applications. So this is not feasible to discuss all about them. But just I have taken the logos of all these applications which are provided by the Google. So these are the applications which are widely used. Uh, some more are there, and even some more. So there are more than 100 applications are there which are used worldwide. Some are paid and some are open source. Some are more. So now today is our concern is about the applications for the education. So very first is the Google Classroom. So Google Classroom combines Google Drive for assignment creation and distribution. It also combines Google Docs, Google Sheets, and slides for writing purposes. It combines Gmail for communication purposes, and it combines the Google Calendar for scheduling purposes. So students can be invited to join a class through a private code or automatically imported from a school domain. Each class creates a separate folder in the respective user drive where the student can submit work to be graded by the teacher. So I will not go deeper with this because my the next session is from our colleague Professor Jatin from Marwari University, Gujarat. Will discuss about in detail. So now the second one is the Google Form. So Google Form is a survey application. So uh, this is a survey application. While suppose we are not having our own website and we want a survey from a variety of people, then we can create a Google form and we can circulate it by any of the means. By we can circulate it by the mail account. We can circulate it by with the help of any of the account, like we can circulate it by WhatsApp as well. We can circulate it by Twitter account. We can circulate it by the Facebook account. So Google Form, meanwhile, is a tool that allows collecting information from users via a personalized survey or quiz. The information is then collected automatically connected to the spreadsheet. So all the information which is gathered by the Google Form, it can be directly transferred to the spreadsheet in the form of sheet, or we can print it in the form of PDF as well. So the form service has undergone several updates over the years. New features include, but are not limited to, shuffle of questions and shuffles of answers as well for the randomized order. Suppose 10 or 100 people are same time attempting the quiz, and they will get different orders of the questions as well as different orders of the options of the answers. So that is not response to one person. Yes, we can limit the response to one person, or we can uh, open the entry for several times. We can having the option for shorten the URL. We can have the we have having the option for custom the theme. So this is in short introduction about the Google Form. We will discuss it in brief in the larger amount in our hands-on part. So now second one is the Google Sheet. So Google Sheet is an spreadsheet. This is just like MS Excel program, which includes as a part of free web-based software Office suite offered by the Google within the Google Drive, and this is open source as discussed earlier that Google Docs, Google Forms, and Google Sheets, these are the open source software available. We can use them with our cloud application. So Google Sheet is available as a web application, uses same interface as in Microsoft Excel worksheet, but this is far better than the Excel. So this is general discussion, general introduction about the Google Forms and Google Sheet. So now I am switching my screen towards the hands-on on Google Forms. So is this visible? Hello, my screen is visible to us?
Yeah, it is visible.
Okay, sir. So now to open a new Google form, we can browse it directly from the Google from here. in the search tab, we can just type the Google form, by which we will directly get the Google form. So now this is the first screen we will see. So there are two different types of forms are there. Very first is the personal, and the second one is for the business purposes. So as this is a personal form, so I will click on the personal and go to the Google form. So this is the first way by which we can directly go to the form. As I am having a Gmail account, as this is provided by the Google free of charge, and we are having all the data gathered will be go to the Google Drive directly. We don't have to save this. So by this we can get different options are there. So very first tab is for the blank, and the next one is for the assignment. As we can gather the data from the variety of respondents, so we can get the assessment, we can get the contact information from the respondent, we can get the RBSP, and we can give the party invite to the respondent. So this is the one way by which we can get the Google form. And another way by which we can get the Google form, just I am clicking off this, and now here in the Gmail account, you have seen this bar. So this is, there are 9 dots are there. So that is having for the Google app. So just click on that, and here we are having a Google Drive. So that is given, that is provided exclusively by the Google, and this is having a free space for 15 GB, and we can increase the space by buying extra space by paying the money for the Google. So here by clicking on the new tab and on the more tab, here it is. So we can create a Google form from here also. Okay, so now a new form is opening. Yes, so this is a new form. This is the untitled form we are getting from the Google form. So this, in the very first look, it looks like this untitled form. From description, email address, valid email address, this form collecting email addresses. We can change the setting from here. And now question is there, untitled question bar is there, and here is an option for short answer, paragraph, multiple choice, checkbox, drop down, upload file, linear scale, multiple grade, tick box grade, date and time. So there are some options are there, and from here we can create a new question as well. We can import the question from the previously filled forms, or from any of the file from where we want to collect the questions. And by this bar, we can add titles and description like this. We can add some more titles. Suppose we want to uh, get partitioned of the questions of the form, then we can get some more titles or descriptions over here. We can add the image from this by clicking on this tab. We can add video as well, and we can add sections. Suppose sometimes we fill the form of different organizations, like in the passport form. So there are several pages. Some ask for your personal information, some ask for your professional application. So for each one, we can create a new section. We can add new section from here. So now I will discuss one by one from here. So in the blank form, what we have to do, we have to just very first we have to name it. So just this is an demo form. So what I will do, I will just write over here a demo form. if you want to add some discussion with this, so you can add over here. If you want to share extra information with the respondent, you can write. You can write over here, like fill this form as I am asking for general information from you. Okay. So now the second is for email address. So this is this is having a star mark. So this is a compulsory field. So it means that you are asking for the email address of the respondent. Okay. So now come to the untitled question. Okay. So suppose you want to add which type of question you want. So suppose that is the short answer question. So I will take one by one. So what is your name? So this is very simple short answer type question in which the respondent can send only only a short answer. So he will write a simple answer, short answer. He will write the name over here. So now I am adding another question by pressing the plus option. So this is the second question, that is of paragraph type. So in which we can gather the information that is somewhat like one paragraph type information, like you can ask tell about yourself.
Dr. Sarvaiya, sorry to interrupt you. Please stop annotation from your side. Lock it.
Yes,
Annotation.
yes, annotation.
And
I have cleared annotations. Please continue, sir.
Okay.
participants are also requested to not to annotate on the screen until it is asked to do so. Thank you.
Dr. Sarvaiya, you can lock annotation from your side.
Okay, sir.
सर अपना शायद वो
It is done, sir. So now the second one is a paragraph type question in which I have put a question, tell about yourself. So in this the respondent can share something about themselves. So now I am going for the next question, that is the multiple choice question. So in which we can ask some questions by which we can get the information that the respondent is familiar with which language. So the language you know. You are comfortable with. Okay, so in this in the option one, I can write English. In the option 2, I will write Hindi. In the option 3, I will write both. And in the option 4, I will write none. So this is a multiple choice question in which the participant or the respondent can click select any one of the answer. So this is a multiple choice question. Now I am clicking on the another question that is of suppose this is a checkbox type question. So in the checkbox, suppose I am asking the information in which the respondent can share can share their views that the more than one answer is correct. So in which the checkbox is there. So he can opt more than one option by the checkbox. So in which by which application, suppose I am questioning by which Google application you are familiar with. Okay. So by okay. So this is a question of checkbox type. So in which I am very first I am writing Google Doc. In the second one, Google Sheet. In the third one, Google Classroom, or even I can say Google Docs, Google Forms. Or I can write Google Hangout. Google Hangout. So this is a checkbox type question in which the respondents can opt for more than one option. So now I am clicking on the next add button, and here from here I am suppose I want to ask a question in which there are too many options are there, and out of which he can select any one, and we want to give in the drop down section. So in this we can ask a question like from which state you belong. Yes. So suppose in the very first option I am writing UP, the second option I am writing MP, in the third option I am writing Bihar, in the next one I am asking for Gujarat, and so on, and last one is the Delhi. Okay. So we can write so many options we want to ask from the respondent. So this is a drop down type question, and now I am adding another question that is of file upload. Okay, so in the file upload, the Google will ask that only share the content with the people you trust. So just click on the continue, just for the precautionary measure taken by the Google. So your photograph, please. Yes. Okay, upload your photograph. Okay. Upload your photograph. So now this is a file upload type, है ना? Okay, now here we can allow the specific file type. Yes, I am allowing because there are too many types of files are there. So this is not easy to collect them or gather them along with. So photograph is like image type file, or we can opt for the PDF, but not like that. So yes, we are opting for the image only. Okay. So here, from here, um, we can have the maximum number of files. So suppose we are asking for the educational qualifications data or educational qualifications mark sheet. So we can opt for 10 files at a time. The respondent can send 10 files at a time. So for the photograph purpose, the one file is sufficient, I think. So that is the maximum number of file one, and the maximum file size. Yes, we can again opt for the maximum file size. So here the photograph is of, I think it should be the 1 MB, because all the data sorry, because all the data gathered will be stored in your Google Drive, and as we know that Google Drive is having a limited space that is provided free of charge, that is provided freely. So we are having about 15 GB data that is in the Google Drive. So maximum file size is 1 MB. So this is the question. Now I am adding one more question. So yes, the linear scale type question, in which suppose workshop is going on. Yeah, suppose you are conducting a workshop and you want to get the information from other participants that that rate your workshop. So that how was your experience with the workshop. So just I am writing here, rate our workshop. So from here I can there is a range from 0 to 10. So I can change the range from 0 to 10, or we can put it into 0 to 5. So this is, I think this is sufficient, 0 to 5, and level 1 to 5. So level for this is for level 1, that is for bad, and the level 5 is for very good. So now this is again the question is now completed. Yeah, there are some more steps are there. Very first is the duplicate. Suppose you want uh, you want to acquire some more data, like having the same question or similar question. So you can just copy and just by clicking on the duplicate, the same question will be pasted in the next question. Okay, you can delete it. Either suppose you are thinking that this is not of no use, this is of no use, then you can delete it directly. You can keep them required or not required. So by clicking on this, this will comes under the non-required category. So as the photograph is the required is in the required category, so this is having a star mark over there. So suppose I am clicking it on the required, so this will comes under the required category. Okay, so this one, now I am adding some more questions, or okay, so there are 3 tabs there. Okay, so now we can see the description as well. Okay, in this linear SQL question, so you can write the description over here. Now I am adding on the next question tab. So next question is for the multiple choice grade. Okay, so as in the multiple choice question, we have seen that the respondent can opt any one of the answer. Okay, so this is like that. In the multiple choice grade, we are having different sets of questions, and for that the respondents can opt anyone. Okay, that suppose sorry. Okay, so in which we can ask for from the respondents that which Google app you want to learn more about. Okay, okay. So now I am writing some like Google Doc. The Google Google Classroom as well. Okay, and in the column section we can say yes or no. a multiple choice grade type question. So now we have created a lot of questions over here. So now just if you want to see that how our forms look like. So in the top there is an eye preview button is there. So by clicking on this, you can just see how this forms look like. So this is as we named it, that this is a demo Google form, and okay, and we have not written any description over there. So this is the required one. Okay, email address. So again, this is required. So the respondent can type his or her email address over here. What is your name? He will write his or her name. Tell about yourself. So this is a paragraph type question. So this is a multiple choice question. So he or she only can click on only one time. Okay. So by which application you are familiar with? So suppose you want to opt more than one question. So yes, he can opt all the options, or he can opt only one option. Okay. So from which state you belong? So this was the drop down type question. So in which, yeah, so the UP, MP, Bihar, Gujarat, and Delhi. So there are some quizzes, drop down type quizzes. Upload your photograph. So now here the respondent can upload the photograph by clicking on the add file. So he can add the photograph from the Google Drive as well. So I'm just clicking on the Google Drive. So this is the Google Drive. From here I can select the photograph, or I can upload it from any of the place of our choice. So suppose I am adding it from the desktop. So this is my desktop, from which I can select it. So now by clicking on the upload button, it's now uploaded. Yes, so this is uploaded. Yes. So rate your workshop. So from 1 to 5, the respondent can opt any of the sections, from bad to very good. So which application you want to learn more about? Yes, this is a grade type question, multiple choice grade. So suppose the respondent want to say yes, he want to learn about Google Docs. So he will click on the Google Docs. Okay. Suppose he don't want to learn about the Google Sheet, he will click on the no. He wants to learn about Google Form and wants to learn about the Google Classroom. So he can opt various questions by the multiple choice grade. So this is demo form. Okay, this is the preview of that. So now I am just coming on the form. So now till now, yes, yeah, questions, yes. So now I am adding on the plus tab. Now I am adding one more question. This is of trick box grade. So in the in the trick box grade, you can ask the question from your respondent, like uh, like they are having more than one choice of the question, like they are having more choice of the question. So if suppose you are having an extra responsibility along with the teaching, you are math in charge of your hostel, then in the row section you want to say, you want to take feedback from the students, that how uh, is the meal in the row section. It can be written in the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And in the column section, you can write the rice, any of the in the breakfast or lunch or dinner. So the respondent can select more than one option from here. Then in the Monday, he can opt the breakfast and lunch and dinner all was good. So this is the multiple choice grid. Okay, in the respondent can select more than one option. Sorry. So I'm just getting it out because there is nothing in there. So now the next question is of the date. Suppose you want to know about the date of birth of the respondent. Okay, so you can ask the date of birth of so okay. So this is the date type question. Now I am adding the last one. That is the time. So in which you can ask the respondent about the time of the birth, and any time of the event which in which they are free. Suppose you are asking that in which time you want to attend the workshop. That we are organizing this workshop at 9:30 to 12:30. The organizers are organizing this workshop from 9:30 to 12:30. So there is a option that you can gather the information from the respondent or the upcoming participant that at which time they want to attend the workshop. So here you can ask from them. Okay. So now our form is ready and we can send it. Yes. So there are some more tabs over there. Customize theme. So we can just customize our form by changing the theme color, by changing the background color, and by changing the by opting the font style. So from the basic, there are 4 font styles are there: formal, playful, decorative, and basic. So suppose I am clicking on the decorative one. So now all this comes in the decorative font and in the playful. So there is a playful type of font are there. So in general, in the educational purposes, we just use the basic. Okay. So this is about the theme option. Now the second one, as you know very well, that this is the preview section, by which you can see the preview of the form which you have prepared. So now this is the next one, that is the setting. So by which you can customize the form. In general, we are collecting the email address. So the response received, yes. If response is respondent requested. Okay. So suppose the respondents have responded in the form, and if he wants the receipt, then he will then you are having the option that the respondent can take the response receipt, or you are having the option that always he will get the response. Okay. So you can limit the filling of form. By limiting this, the respondent can only send only one response. Okay. The respondent can edit after submit, or you will not allow him or her to not edit after the submit. Thus, he or she can see the summary chart of the next response. Okay. So you can also fix the maximum size of file upload, that is the 1 GB, or you can increase it. Okay. Now next is the presentation. So the respondent can show the progress bar. Yes, you can see the shuffle question. So there is no need to shuffle the question, so I will not click on this. Okay. And on the confirmation message, the respondent can see your message has been recorded. So you can customize this confirmation message that thank you for your response. You can write over here. So that will be shown after the submission of the response by the respondent. So next one is the quizzes. So this is not a quiz. So if this will be the quiz that most of us are taking the quizzes online nowadays. So just mark a quiz, then the respondent can see the marks assigned for each question. Okay. So as this is not the quiz, so I'm not marking this. Okay. And here there are some more steps are there. So we are having the option to to immediately release the marks to the student or to the respondent, or by the or later after the manual review. Okay, the respondent can see the mixed question, the respondent can see the correct answers, and the respondent can see the point value. Okay, so I am just unclicking this. So the respondent at the time of submission, they will not see the correct answer of the question. Okay, they can see the mixed questions, and as well as they can see the point value of each question, but they will not see the correct answer. Okay, so this is all about, but this is not quiz, so I am just unmarking it. Mm, so now this I am saving this, and now uh, this is having a send tab. So by clicking on the send tab, uh, uh, we are having the option to send it by the email, or by the email by clicking, if you know the email of the respondent, you can just type over here. So just I am typing the name, the email ID of my colleague. So now, so if and you can write the subject for this. So this is the subject, demo form, and I have invited you to fill the form. Yes, and include from the email. Okay, so we can include it in the email as well. So I can add him. I can add the person as a collaborator from here also. Okay. So if we want to send it by the link, we can just click on this link tab, and this is having an option to shorten the URL that as discussed in the previous slide. So now from where here we can copy it, and we can send it by the WhatsApp or by the email or by any mode of the communication to the respondent or to the student, by which they will get the link, and by clicking on that, they just attempting the quiz, or they can just attempt the form as well. Okay, so the next and last step is for the embedded HTML. Okay, suppose you are having an your own website, or you are having an your social media account like Facebook or Twitter. You can direct send it send this form by the by clicking on this embedded HTML. Okay, so if you are clicking over here, you can send it. You can share this to the Facebook or by the Twitter account. Okay. So this is all about the Google form. I think everything has been discussed. Okay, so here now the untitled form is written, but here I have written the demo Google form. So just by clicking on this, it will automatically convert it into the name which have been given to the main description field. Okay, so now this is an demo Google form, and okay, so one more thing I want to share with you, that all the changes saved in Drive. Okay, just I have not clicked any button like Control S, or I have not saved this form. So as discussed earlier, that this is a cloud-based application, and all the changes which have been done will be saved automatically in the Google Drive. Okay, so that's all about the Google form. I think I am okay. So uh, now, if I am having 10 more minutes, then I can share about the spreadsheet.
Dr. Sarbhaiya, you can discuss spreadsheet, because Vivekanand ji will also discuss integration of certificate in this form and timer.
Okay, okay,
So
okay.
it will be better if you discuss spreadsheets.
Okay,
Our
sir.
next
So
speaker
now
is
I
on board, so please try to finish as early as possible.
okay, okay, sir. Thank you. So now I am So as discussed, the spreadsheet is likewise the MS Excel. So they are working on the like similar platform. The interface is almost same, but in the spreadsheet we are having some more features uh, as compared to the Excel. So just I will share some important features which are not available in the Excel sheet, but that is available in the Google spreadsheet. So now to go to the spreadsheet, just I am clicking on the 9 buttons that are available on our Gmail account. So look, this is the logo of sheets. By clicking on this, I am able to create a new Excel sheet. Okay, so likewise, Google Form, there are too many templates there, and but I am just selecting on the blank template. So this is an untitled spreadsheet. We can title it down over from here. Okay. Okay. So like the Google Form, look, all the changes are saving in the drive. So this is a very fantastic feature given by the Google that we don't have to worry about the data is saved or not. In every 15 seconds, the data is saved automatically in your drive, and you can access it offline as well, and you can access at any of the place where you are. Suppose you are not having laptop with you at any place you are abroad, that by clicking by logging into your Gmail account, you can just operate it by the your Google Drive. So now uh, as we know that this is having the same interface like Google Sheet, and okay, uh, as the MS Excel sheet. So from here we can add some more slides. Okay. So this is a new tab that is not available in the Excel sheet. From here we can see all the sheets available. Okay. Suppose we are working on lots of data and there are lots of sheets are there. So we do not have to search for all the sheets. Just by clicking over here, we can select the sheet. We can name the sheet from here. We can change the color or change the theme of the sheet from here. So these are the same features which are having the MS Excel. But what are the changes? So very first advantage of the Google Sheet over the MS Excel sheet, that the this is a free software and we don't have to use pirated one. But in the case of MS Office, that is a paid one, and we all have to purchase it from the MS Microsoft company. But that is free as discussed. So we do not have to purchase it, or we do not have to use the pirated software. So very first advantage is this. So, and the second advantage on the right hand side, you are having a share button. So suppose you are working in a group. Okay, so you want to work with a varieties of data, lots of data, and there are too many people are working on the same data. Then you can share the sheet with your colleagues by entering the mail ID. So suppose I am sharing this with my colleague by clicking, by adding, and I can add the note. Kindly help, है ना? Kindly fill the content. Okay. Then I can again I can give the authority for either he can edit the sheet, or he can comment on the sheet, or he can only view the sheet. Suppose I want a comment from the colleague, then I will just click on the can comment form. So by which he can only comment on this sheet. So thus by clicking on this, he can edit the form, edit the sheet. Okay. So now I am sending this. So now here tab is showing that shared with one person. Okay, and all changes are saved automatically. Okay, so all the changes have been saving automatically, and this is now sharing with the person. So now this is the advantage which is not available in the MS Excel. So one more advantage is there. Suppose I am writing a name, RAMSINGH Sharma. Okay. In the next step, I am writing the name Ramesh Kumar. Okay. So so these are two students, and there are so many, but due to the lack of time, I am just giving you some simple example. That you are having the data and you have to share it with the government office, where they are asking for the Hindi language, and you are not familiar with the Hindi language, and in the MS Excel sheet, that is not very quite easy to write in Hindi. So here we are having the option to convert it by using the Google Translate, as this is the product of Google, and Google Translate is also the product of Google. So we can change the language from here. So by clicking on the adjacent tab, what we are doing, I am just by typing Google, Google. So by clicking on the Google, there are two, Google Finance and Google Translate. Two tabs are there. So just I will click on the Google Translate. Okay. Now I will select the cell. So the this cell has been selected, and I will click on the comma button, and then I will click on the double bar, and from which language I want to convert it. So from English, on the code for English is EN. Now I am closing the double bar, the comma, and I am opening the new double bar, and now I want to convert these fonts in the Hindi. So for the Hindi, the code is HI, and now I am closing this and closing this. So now enter. After entering, look, this is the name is Ram Singh Sharma, and by clicking on by scrolling this, we will get the Ramesh Kumar Yadav. So we will get another name, Ramesh Kumar Yadav. Then we can convert, we can translate the name, translate from so many of the entries from one language to another language. So this is a very good feature which the Excel sheet is providing us, that is not having in the Excel. So one more application is there. Suppose no, so I don't need this now. So I am just deleting this column. So now, suppose we want to we want to split the cells. So we want to split. We want Ram in one cell, Singh in another cell, and Sharma is in the another cell. So what to do? We have to go to the data menu. In the data menu, what we can do? We can select split test to column just by clicking on this, and detect automatically 9. I will select from the space bar. So now from the space bar, by selecting on this, now look, the Ram is in the separate tab, the Singh is on the separate tab, and Sharma is on the separate tab. So there are three, the name is comes under the three different tabs. So this is split. Okay. So now I can select this one. Okay, and so that can also be selected. So there are too many names can be splitted by this method. Okay, or okay, Yes, one more advantage of the sheet is over the Excel sheet, that is you can see the change history. So, suppose uh, I am changing, and some of the other colleagues are also changing, making changes in the sheet, so they can we can see the changes by clicking on this button. So there are two people uh, are there who are contributing in this sheet. Okay, so we can share the history, we can see the history. Okay, and mm, we can review the trend. Okay, at which time this have been done. Okay, okay, and we can open the comment history. Suppose one is having having the given the comment on this bar, the another contributor can see the comment from the other one. Okay, so these are the some basic advantage of the Google Sheet. Okay, so one more advantage is there. We can use this sheet offline with the offline mode. Okay, so by clicking on this, make available offline. So by clicking on this, we can use it offline. Okay, and whenever we want. Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.